I haven't played it in a while. The 33 West deck. So it plays Silver Surfer, card I love. A 5-drop 0. Well, so hold on, I'll come right back to that. But I get to play Silver Surfer and I get to play Patriot. So like if they leech me, Patriot's actually better. So I might look back at that one a little bit. Let's play around with that a little bit. Let's go to the deck and see if we want to adjust it. While I do that, let's talk about why a 5-drop 0 is actually unfortunate. There's a lot of aggressively resistant. Oh, not this one. 33 West is that one. Patriot Surfer. This one. If you play a 5-drop 0 with Leech, then what you can do is Mr. Negative and make it a 0-drop 5 with Leech. And that's such a strong combo, and only having 12 cards in your deck, the math on actually seeing it fairly regularly is so positive that they basically, if a card gets too good with Mr. Negative, they avoid it. That's why like Leader was a 6/4 and they made it a 6/3, and that was risky. Like a lot of people, I still don't think that's the right move. I think they should change the text. But I've talked about that a million times. Nobody cared, they would say. But I think honestly, a lot of our balancing has to happen in the text box, not in the power and cost. I chose a card without a text box because I'm an idiot. All right, we're gonna definitely cut Abomination. We're running for the Christmas event, but what we're gonna run now. Okay, so what we could do. Oh, you know what? Let's get spicy. Do you want to get spicy? Oh, first of all, let's filter this in a way that's actually usable. Energy. So we get to throw in. I feel like getting spicy. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna put in Zabu. Where are you at, Zabu? Come on, bro. I do wish these were like alphabetical order. I think that's fair. You can take a break. Monster. You know what? I'm just failing, so we're gonna do it this way. Cool. Look at that. Succeeded. We also want to add in. We're gonna cut Rogue, and we're gonna add in. Oh no. Yeah, subthreads are where your thumb breaks off. What is it? Debris? Because losing to Galactus decks is my literal least favorite thing. This might not be our final build. We can add Wong. Alright, where are we going? Where are we going? We're gonna cut Domino. We're willing to miss a couple turns. Now we have Absorbing Man, Wong. We could go Spider-Man for the Zabu Absorbing Man Spider-Man combo. How many combos can we fit in this deck? So we're not running the Sarah magic aspect. So basically the combo is you play Zabu, and then on turn 5 you play a 2-mana, or not 2-mana, 2 energy Spider-Man. The Spider-Man prevents your opponent from playing in that lane on turn 6, and then you play a 2 energy Absorbing Man, which copies the Spider-Man effect. So you basically leave it where your opponent can only play in one lane. Probably win at that point, you know what I mean? Let's go back to. It was the Patriot Surf deck. It wasn't 33 West. I might just change its name because I like using the name instead. I'd much rather name it 33 West than whatever else it is. If this deck is good, I'm a genius. If this deck is bad, it's just a learning curve, so I don't have to take credit for that. Kind of love how this all works. Oh, we do actually have the combo, so we'll just snap. We get hosed by Enchantress and Rogue. Cosmo and lanes we want to be playing in. We also have Killmonger for their Sunspot. I feel like this is just like game. And what we could do is we get to go Zabu left. And by going Zabu left, our Spider-Man and Absorber Man cost 1 each. We'll be able to play another card on turn 5 with them. Unless they erase Zabu's ability. Nightcrawler's not a concern. It's one of those cards I thought for a long time was going to be really good as the game goes on, and I found out it's not. It's kind of disappointing that the Mystique. Oh, come on, homie. Why you got to do this? All right, well, then this is still what we do, because we're just going to be able to go massive Silver Surfer. Oh, you know what? It doesn't matter. Did we already snap? We already snapped, right? Yeah. Because we're going to be able to go Mystique, Poppy Wong, Shrink Lizard, and still multiple Silver Surfer. So I think that's fine. Yeah, we got this one. So we hit our other combo. This deck is all Splinter Twins. If you're a Magic player, you know what that means. If you're not, you're like, this guy had a stroke. I have no idea what he said. We're coming into the paint. I appreciate the props. We've started getting some spam emoters and stuff in Marvel Snap, but I think for the most part, Marvel Snap players have been largely very fun to interact with. This should be over like any time now. There we go. Don't worry, 52 and 78. Left and right lane, left and middle lane. I feel like that's beatable, right? Isn't this like Yu-Gi-Oh! And everything's got like 3,000 power? Oh, it's not. We all have 2 and 3. And I dropped 50 and 70? That does sound pretty impressive. Who said that? Did somebody say athlete? He's an athlete? That's the crowd's opinion. I'm not one to embellish, you know. I'm not saying I'm the Luka Doncic of Marvel Snap, but I'm saying you've never seen me and Luka Doncic in the same room playing Marvel Snap at the same time before. So, you tell me. I'm gonna need to clip that. That's gonna become my new slogan. That's how I measure if I if I'm proud. Oh no, what we do is we just roll Brew to the right and we get some free energy next turn. Yeah. Look how far ahead on energy I am this turn. Oh wait, we can just do this and this. Probably a mistake. If they play Enchantress, we're, I think, disappointed. Shit. Is a good word for it. We also didn't have a spot to play Debrii. Look, can I just ask nicely that we stop it? Oh, actually, you know what? That's actually fine. Because what happens now is all of these 3-drops have no text. So they become 5s, which get +3 and go to 8 there. Yeah, we just do this. And both Patriots pump these. They're 9s, they go to 12. Yeah, that doesn't matter. That's pretty good. Across the 1 hour mark. Might take a break in a minute. Possibly hop back on a little bit later. We'll see. Big believer in just, let the universe decide what I want to do. So basically what we're doing is Patriot is... Oh, this is actually... I might be a genius. Because by adding Wong, we have Patriot and Wong to copy, and Zabu to copy with Mystique. Not great to copy Zabu, but it's it's one thing. So we're really looking for Absorbing Man, and we have Absorbing Man to potentially copy. And with Zabu, oh man, this deck is actually nuts. We want to get them a rock at Clintar. Make sure not to mess around with it. And because we don't have... well, we were about to say, because we don't have Sarah, we can go like Patriot turn 4, Mystique turn 5. But with Spider-Man, I kind of want to go Zabu. No, that was wrong, because we were looking at Dream Dimension, and that was just the incorrect play. A whiff on that Jubilee, that's pretty good for us. We kind of got bailed out there. The reason it was wrong was because even if we draw Absorbing Man, we wouldn't be able to go Spider-Man Absorbing Man same turn. So it doesn't really matter. What we're hoping to accomplish doesn't matter. If our opponent snaps, we'll retreat. But they had an Absorbing Man without the effect, so I don't think they had a particularly beneficial interaction there either. Yeah, Mystique's a little bit rough. Because of Absorbing Man Morbius, I'm not concerned about Galactus. Which makes me want to go Brood middle. Turn 4. I want to go Debrii left. Because it's going to throw a rock middle. I don't know. I feel like because of Morbius, that could potentially be my biggest competition. So let's go here. Oh, that's great. We threw a rock where they played a Wong. That's really good for us right there. So we can play 2 3-drops next turn. If we only play 2 3-drops next turn, we're looking at playing Patriot Silver Surfer, right? So if we're going to do that, are we better off going Spider-Man or Cyclops? I feel like with Dracula, I'm a little concerned about being able to do anything there. So let's go Spider-Man right. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, Apocalypse is a pretty good card to have to discard. How many cards do we have in hand? 3. But we're just going to keep discarding Apocalypse. That's fine. pretty brutal. They have Apocalypse that they're going to hold and discard. So Morbius is going to take the W there, but they can't do anything on Baxter Building. So they're looking at having like 14 power on Baxter Building. Can we beat 14? We can go like Cyclops, Silver Surfer. I'm adding 7 power here. If I go Patriot, Silver Surfer, I'm adding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. So I'm gonna go to 10. That's not gonna be enough to beat the thing there. We can't go Wong. Yeah, we retreat actually. We just retreat. Because we know they have like a 12 power Apocalypse. And if we can't beat the 12 power Apocalypse, there's no reason for us to go into the final turn. If they just play whatever, or they can't play any cards. So we have to, I guess we could have played it and hoped they whiffed and not hit Apocalypse, but. For 1 cube, it's possible it was worth it to go ahead and let that go. Interesting. Oh, ego. Hate ego. I swear. If you play card directly into Superflow first turn, son of a ego, you damn idiot. Like, you're a planet. You have enough space to put some brain in there. Come on. Right? Who really knows what's going to happen at this point? We're not favored. Okay, well that was great for us. Can you play a card that has an effect besides Absorbing Man? There's no effect there. No? Okay. Figure I might as well ask. But you know. Oh cool. Cool, Mystique, that's in Spider-Man where Cosmo is, that also sounds like a really good way to win. Did we not draw a card? Oh, we had a Lamentus. So am I even possibly able to win this one? I guess kind of. Depends on what they play. It's very unlikely. Okay. Tied. Won by 4, lost by 6. Okay, cool. I hate ego. Cool. I need to watch the Community. It's been too long since I've watched Community. Unfortunately, Wong doesn't like lock location for the next 2 turns. That'd be probably absurd. I feel like this deck's really good though. Like we do some absurd stuff unless we get hit with like weird locations or ego and I guess yeah, weird location. I feel like we're in a really good spot most of the games. So we need to go Brood. Yeah, we should be snapping. What are we doing? We should be snapping for sure. Oh, we should have snapped earlier. All right. We're going to play one more. Then I'm going to hop off for a little bit. I might get back on later on tonight. I might not. The only one who knows is me in about 6 hours. Whether or not I've been back on by then. Outside of that, I have no idea how I can help anyone. Yeah, so Galactus obviously does not want to play with Sinister London. So I feel a little bit better about this match already. If we can see Zabu, we snap. Please give me Zabu. Because we can still play Zabu on turn. Oh, yes. So we snap. Because what we can do is now we can go Zabu. The next turn, we get to go Absorbing Man, Spider-Man. And we go Spider-Man, Sinister London, Absorbing Man, Sinister London as well, and increase the odds that they don't get to play next turn. Yeah, okay. This is what we're doing. Spider-Man there, and Absorbing Man there. This doesn't feel like a healthy gameplay. Right, come on, hit Icebox. Wow. Well, we're gonna take a screenshot of this because this does not feel like a fair marble stab. So, final turn, my opponent doesn't get to play anything. They do have Dracula. They have 7 cards in the hand, so they can discard all those cards. So we can go Wong, Silver Surfer. Actually, you know what? Undo all actions. What we want to do is we want to go Killmonger to kill these sunspots. Silver Surfer, Sinister London. This is actually more points. It was still close. That's crazy. But that's nuts. It's nuts. All right. I'm going to call it a night for right now. I might hop back on a little bit later. I might not. Follow and you'll get a notification if I do. Have a good put on some tunes.
Yeah.
What? I changed their name to Sean's. I don't know why.
They're both mine now, bitch.
I don't feel like that language is necessary.
You love it.
That's fair.
Still says you though.
Haha. All right. Hopping on stream. I'm gonna play 33 West 2.0. Some Mo.
Did you give me? Oh, okay. One of them was like not playing.
Did you think I gave you dead ones?
Stupid ass. It's different.
Oh, it doesn't have dual ear audio.
Occasionally.
That's pretty dumb.
It's pretty irritating.
What? Oh, for the Twitch channel? That's really weird.
Oh, now it's cutting yours out.
Hmm. What's it playing instead? Look at this dude.
Your voice is.
Am I doing all right? Do I not exist anymore? Am I a ghost? If I'm a ghost, you literally have to tell me.
Occasionally you're 2 ears. Occasionally you're 1 ear.
That's weird. I'm gonna figure that out.
I'm always in the right ear.
That's
Well, no, sometimes I'm 2. Could be my headphones. But we might want to figure that out or ask the audience.
Oh, true.
That's really irritating for listening.
That's true. All right. Right now there is no audience, but when they show up, I'll ask. He's an idiot. I love him, but he's dumb. All right. I should start paying attention to what I'm doing. It's pretty brutal. So we could go Patriot right. Sanctum Sanctorum is just the worst. Ugh. So we can go Patriot right. And then we can go Mystique left, which will copy Patriot. Which will give us Sanctum Sanctorum as a win. Because of the rock. Off of Debrii, so we don't lose to Galactus. Taskmaster is awkward but irrelevant. So we just roll with this. Alright, we played in the location they played Arrow, so Arrow doesn't matter. Leader, we're safe from Leader this turn. I guess we're not safe from... We're not safe from Leech. I'm eating while I play, so if you don't like that, I apologize. If you do like it, it's called voyeurism, and there's ASMR streams you can watch if you want more of it.
I can't tell if it's the headphone or if it's only the audio. It's really irritating. If you have ADD, it's like, well, where is it coming from?
That's kind of my goal in most things. So, oh, that sucks. So our opponent played Dr. Doom, or Doombot, which means we can't win right. If we go Silver Surfer, we can add 3 to the middle, which is 10, but that's not going to be enough to win it. I think we have to retreat. They got us with that Dr. Doom. Brutal. Retreat now. I never do retreat later. If I'm going to choose to retreat, I'm going to do it on my terms. I don't want it to become an ambush. It's not how it works. They're working on a desktop version, so the game can be full screen. I've seen people do like this. I wonder if I can do this. Let's see what this looks like. We're zoomed. We're zoomed, baby. Zoomed in. Okay, I don't think that works.
Let's see what it looks like in game.
You can't see my opponent's top row.
No. Can you zoom out just like a little?
I can't even select it anymore.
Oh, well, fuck.
We're just gonna Z.
We're rolling. At least I can read it. It's fine if I'm in full screen and don't have a... I have to not have a...
Now it's not letting me adjust it at all. Alright, whatever.
Oh,
we'll
no,
enter.
now you look fine. Now you look fine.
Is it back to normal?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, perfect. We'll leave it there.
Mary's missing something. Sleepy Panda.
Sleepy Panda, what are you doing? On it. I'm gonna work on this chicken sandwich while we play. I get a McChicken and I load it up like it's a special deluxe sandwich.
That's not a McChicken.
It's a McChicken, but it has bacon, cheese, mayo, ketchup, pickles.
Chicken sandwich they gave you.
Oh, did it?
Let me see the chicken patty.
Oh, it's like a really small, basic one.
No, that's not the McChicken.
No, I'm special.
There's no audio.
It should still be capturing. It's registering on here. Oh, I need to play Zabu. Okay. So we do have this. We do have the Spider-Man combo. So we're gonna be able to lock them out of 2 lanes on the last turn. Spider-Man.
No.
We're gonna be able to lock them. It's working, right? All right. So we can go Brood middle because we're gonna overfill the board anyway. We could also go like, actually, you know what? That's actually probably better. If we go Mystique, then that means our Spider-Man and Absorbing Man next turn are 1 each, so we can also play a 3-drop. Sorry. They've been acting up a little bit lately with my phone too. All right. So we can go Spider-Man, Absorbing Man. And then we can go like Cyclops. I think it's probably fine. All right. We've watched our opponent out of playing in the right 2 lanes, but we aren't really in a good position there either. We can go like Brood, Quicksilver, which will add 3 to the middle. That won't be enough. Actually, yeah, we just retreat. We do not set up enough power. It's weird. I'm not in that spot. I'm not quite sure what I'm missing from my deck. I think that might be like a worse matchup for me than when I'm on the Sarah version of the deck. Stop showing me Orca. Am I close to getting another chest? Am I? Any missions? Win with a snap. Win location with 4 cards. Okay. Sharker is actually very helpful. Oh, wild. Okay. So the hub adds a random card to each player's hand. And the random card it gave me was the 3rd piece of my combo. That was pretty lucky. Because what I can do now is I can go... Yeah, this is pretty phenomenal. I can go Zabu middle. And then that'll allow me to go Wong either left or middle next turn. And then Spider-Man, Absorbing Man. What on earth? Then X-Mansion gave me Zabu. Like, they're really determined for me to have the combo. So we'll go Wong there, Cyclops there. Because now what we get to do, Spider-Man, Absorbing Man, middle and left. And force our opponents to play more cards to Atlantis, which we don't care about. So our opponent actually comboed before us. By playing Magneto, it pulled Zabu and Wong. Then they Spider-Man and Absorbing Man to left lane, which means on turn 5 I can't do that. But I can still Spider-Man right lane, Patriot right lane. I have lost the ability to go Wong Silver Surfer, but because of the way they sequenced, it's going to allow me to go Patriot right, Spider-Man right, shut off their ability to play right. I have the lead there after Silver Surfer, and then I'm going to be able to go Silver Surfer, Absorbing Man left. So I still will get the double Silver Surfer effect. And now I'm leaving them only one lane left to play cards in. So I mean, it's not what we had originally planned, but it's still really good. Yeah, we'll snap back. I still think that we're in a great spot, and that's the beauty of this deck, is the redundancy of combos. All of the different combo pieces work well together in different ways, so I think this is actually a pretty sick deck. It's going to come down to what they discard with Dracula. America Chavez, not enough, and we get the W. Good to know. Good to know. Win with a snap. Win locations with 4 cards. We are pretty close to getting another chest, so we're just trying to get one more, that last mission completed, and then we'll do that. No plays on turn 1 typically. We are also a Patriot deck. So like that's the thing, is we just turn so many things into an advantage that we don't previously. We're not going to play the Rock here. We can play it later. It's not going to be very hard to sneak that card in. We don't want to risk overfilling our board. Can't really play on Murder World right now. So Cyclops is just our best bet. Zabu. So the fact they play Zabu makes me feel like they're not playing Galactus. It would be a really weird combination of cards that don't synergize very well together. So if they're not playing Galactus, I'm most likely looking to hit them with the Absorbing Man Spider-Man. But we're going to need some help to get there. So we're going to go Brood right. We're going to set ourselves up for as much power as possible. Unfortunate. Suspicious. It's a little bit of an awkward position. I kind of want a Spider-Man here. It sucks a little bit if we don't draw Silver Surfer. Our opponent skips a turn. Very interesting. We don't draw any of our haymakers. So that's a little bit unfortunate. I don't give a shit. No, you're fine. Killmonger right's our best shot. We're going to have 7 power there. They're going to have 0. They can't overcome us on Titan. We're kind of hoping that our opponent doesn't realize that Murder World's irrelevant, and they play some more extra cards there to try to fortify since they've lost Titan anyway. Hey, what are you doing? Cat? It's an empty bag. They played a lot of cards this turn. There's the She-Hulk. Double. Oh, Moon Girl. Mean Girl. That's why we didn't snap back. That makes sense. Moon Girl with She-Hulk. How do they have 3 She-Hulks? I don't see. So Moon Girl doubles your hand, so you get a second She-Hulk. But I don't think they had a. You know, maybe I killed a 1-drop with Killmonger. I'm just completely missing.
Can you click on that?
On what? On the She-Hulk? Created by Moon Girl. No text. Created by Absorbing. Oh, the Absorbing Man copied Moon Girl, which then gave them the extra She-Hulk. Thank you. I've not actually looked at the text on those things before. That's pretty good to know.
Pretty lucky. Get to that Moon Girl copied She-Hulk.
Well, yeah, they were able to do it where they still skipped turn 5. They did Moon Girl turn 3, Absorbing Man turn 4, skip turn 5, played triple Hulk.
She-Hulk must have been the leftmost card.
Yeah, because they would have had cards in hand in theory. Yeah, because they had to double multiple times. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That was a very narrow sequence. That was a good time. Snap's going pretty good. Welcome to the channel, Freshmaker. We built this deck where we're trying to shove as many 2-card Silver Surfer synergy combos as possible into one deck. And it's worked pretty well for the most part. We get to have Wong plus Surfer, Mystique plus Patriot, and a couple generic cards like Cyclops and Shocker for curve purposes. And then we have Zabu plus Spider-Man, Absorbing Man. So we kind of get to do like every combo that's relevant in the metagame currently. Yeah. We want to like every card we play contributes to a combo in some way, shape, or form. So even Cyclops and Shocker, they contribute to Patriot, Silver Surfer. For Cyclops, not Shocker, obviously. Patriot going to take advantage of these Raptors. Which lane do we want to shut off? I'm going to shut off the left lane, but we should reverse that because if we draw a Mystique, we want to be able to copy Patriot's ability.
Can you click on that Jessica Jones?
Yeah. They have not upgraded this one yet, but this is like the Alias comic book style. I literally just got Ultron recently. I haven't had Ultron previously, and it's been impressively good. Okay, so I think right here we actually are in a great spot because we get to have the other combo of Silver Surfer Absorbing Man. Because we have... Ooh, what made the Absorbing Man cost 2 less? Oh, Zabu. We have Zabu middle lane. So all of our cards in some weird shape or form like shoehorn combo into each other. So we're going to go Silver Surfer. That's going to just completely crush left lane. Should pump us into a good position on middle lane because we're also going to have Absorbing Man double that. And we have Patriot in right lane. So we'll see how this goes. Ooh, right lane's going to be tough. At 6 more power there, we go to 7. Oh, the Patriot Ultron decks for sure. You kind of like Debrii is really good in that matchup because they get less. No, you know it's not. It's not. That's wrong because the rocks aren't much different than the drones it makes. So really, you're trying to let them have priority and then Killmonger them. If you're, I think Killmonger should basically, like, you need a good reason not to play Killmonger. It needs to be like, my deck has so many combos, I can't afford Killmonger. But if you could do that, if you could do Enchantress and Rogue, those are two really good cards to drop, counteract that ability. But the pump effects on the Ultron, I just dropped Ultron. I think it's like my second to last pull 3 card. And I've lost to that tons of times. In this deck, for handing off priority, it's not as hard with the R list because a lot of our cards are really small by their nature and they get large on the last 2 turns of the game. So Silver Surfer, things like that make them large. So it's really easy to like play a Brood somewhere and say that likely my opponent can play something larger than the 6 power I get off Brood. In this case, I'm likely to win this lane because the triple body's on Muir Island, but I'm also not concerned about my opponent's sequencing for being like an Ultron deck.
For the Ultron, we want to make sure that we're not winning. Is Ultron 5?
6. So yeah, so we want to make sure we go into turn 6 with our opponent leading us,
okay,
if possible. We want to aim to sequence that way so that we can play Killmonger on the last turn, because Ultron fills the other lanes with drones, which are 1-drop, 1 powers, and no text. So all the Patriot stacking goes on top of them.
So then if we have like Killmonger, Nova popping Nova.
Yeah.
I think I'm in that same boat as freshman. I keep running.
Yeah. Ultron can really mess the game up. So interesting, our opponent right here is going pretty wide on these 1-drops. So what we're going to be able to do is we're going to be able to set up a Killmonger Silver Surfer final turn, which likely wins us Muir Island because they're going to lose everything they have in Muir Island. Because we Spider-Man on turn 4, this isn't normally the combo we go for. We normally want a Spider-Man and Absorbing Man on turn 5 together. But because we didn't have Zabu, what we did was we just said, you haven't played on the hub, you're never going to play on the hub. And so we Spider-Man on turn 4, so on turn 5 they can't play on the hub. Absorbing Man on turn 5, so on turn 6 they can't play on the hub, and we get a free win on the hub. And then now we're going to be able to go Killmonger, erase their presence at Muir Island, Silver Surfer, crush. And actually that's even better. They gave us our win on Savage land even more efficiently. Yeah, they retreated. Oh, the Thanos Lockjaw deck. Yeah, I have a Thanos deck that's been... Oh, that was like the first card when they released the collector's token system. It was the first card in my shop. And so I snapped it up. And I've been trying to play it with like Quinjet because the rocks cost 0 when you have Quinjet. And Beast to cycle the draw effects. But it is really tough. And there's a lot of locations that just inherently get in the way. I think that's the hardest part. But I like the idea of Lockjaw to cycle into multiple of the stones. Because I think that's your hardest. That's one spot that you really struggle, is hitting all of the stones at the same time is a very difficult sequence. All right. So we have Dark Dimension. The beauty of Dark Dimension is we get to go Patriot middle. And by going Patriot middle, we are able to hide our Anthem for like Brood and things. Huh. Mystique is a little bit awkward. Yeah, that's been the hard part. I kind of like some of the lists that run like Carnage and they try to like reset the board a little bit. So I could, all right, so let's look at the 2 options. We can Spider-Man here, lock them out of Dream Dimension for the next 2 turns off Spider-Man and Absorbing Man. And then the final turn, we can still play Mystique middle if we are in a position where that matters. Yeah, I think this is the right sequence. Well, not if they like completely flooded that spot of the board. I think them playing Spider-Man was the worst possible scenario for us. So with that in mind, what we do here is we go Brood. Okay, we can shift. So we're trying to win negatives on Dark Dimension now. Because with Patriot in our hidden slot, we're going to be able to play a Mystique at any point. And because they all flip at the end of the game, Mystique's going to read Patriot as the last played card. And Mystique's going to copy Patriot still. So we should get a negative zone win off Patriot Mystique plus Silver Surfer. Unless our opponent starts heavily deploying to Dream Dimension. We're going to snap. Because I think we have enough flexible options that an average opponent will likely to retreat in this position before we finish the last turn. So they might play here, but I highly doubt they're going to go into turn 6. If they do, then I think we have a good chance to profit 4 cubes because we're going to be able to counter whatever sequence they commit to. That's phenomenal. Absorbing Man there does nothing because we're not going to play their next turn anyway. All right, so with Patriot, if we played Cyclops right, so just theoretically, we're adding 6 power to the right. We're now in the lead on the right with 9 power. And then we Silver Surfer middle, which is going to allow us to have 4 power in the middle, which currently is in the lead of Iceman. Patriot's going to turn these 2 Broods into +1 powers. So we're going to be at +1, our opponent's is 0. Silver Surfer's then going to add 9 more to that, so we're going to be at 10. We're threatening in all 3 lanes. I think we just let that one run. I still don't think that matters that much. Yeah. It just shifted us to where we won left lane, right lane instead of middle lane, left lane. It's the beauty of this deck. You have so many combos, and most of the combos are like, listen, we know you're dumb. So just put the cards down, and it doesn't matter what happens that your opponent does, you still win the game. That's kind of how the Silver Surfer decks are against Leader. I lose to Leech all the time. I never lose to Leader. Because when my opponent's Leader on turn 6 copies my Silver Surfer and they have like 1 3-drop in play, I get to laugh maniacally. So our opponent's going to have a Scorpion next turn. Well, actually, you know, I'm not one to brag or pump myself up, but the other fact is the card that I lose to the most with Silver Surfer decks is Leech. If I play a Patriot early, then Patriot pumps cards that don't have text. So when Leech erases the text of my combo cards in hand, that just means the Patriot that's already in play is even better. Because, you know, it pumps all the other cards I play. It's almost like I'm a genius. So we could go Killmonger here. I think that's our better sequence. The reason I want to go Killmonger is we're just killing Iceman, no big deal. But it synergizes with Silver Surfer, Scorpion. We're not looking to play a Scorpion. That doesn't do really anything for us. Zabu, you say? Intriguing. Are we afraid of Leech? I think the answer is no. If our opponent is playing Zabu, they're likely a flood of 4-drops, which makes Leech one of the cards you cut. So then you play Brood and hope next turn they don't play it. Well, next turn, even if they have a Leech, they can't play next turn unless they accelerate costs, energy, because they have Dream Dimension. So the only card in this entire game that we don't like with this matchup can't be played. This is great. All right. Perfect. Okay, so we go Patriot left. Patriot's going to give us a pretty decent punch in Dream Dimension, New York. We have Mystique to then double down on that pressure in Dream Dimension in New York. And if we draw Silver Surfer, that allows us to also threaten in Daily Bugle. So we're going to end the turn. Let's see what they play. We're probably going to snap here. I guess let's see if we draw a rock. It doesn't matter either way. If we snap right now or we draw the card then snap, it's the same thing. Stupid rock. All right. So here's our conundrum. You know what? Maybe it's not a conundrum. We just abandon Daily Bugle because we are saying it's very unlikely we win Daily Bugle. So if we go move Killmonger right, we can go Mystique left, which we already don't care about that lane. It's going to copy Patriot, which would mean the 4-powered rock is actually worth more than 2-powered Zabu or 1-powered Scorpion. So what we can do is we can go rock, and then we can just play this 1-powered Scorpion and see if we win by 1. They also abandoned the lane that we were most advantaged in. They have Darkhawk? They do not. I mean, I'm sure their deck has Darkhawk. Plus 2 power for every card in your opponent's deck. So they play a lot of rock slides. Yeah, we're going to be a little short on that right lane. I'm curious. Let's see if we're dumb. Yeah. Okay. That was a mistake. So a thing I did not realize until a little bit earlier tonight. If you click on Rock Slide, I did not realize till Sleepy Panda pointed it out. It says created by in the bottom. The second Rock Slide they played did not say that. So had I paid attention, I could have done the math and known they had a second Rock Slide and known that they would have been able to play 6 more power on that location, move White Queen over, and at least move Scorpion for 2 power over, and I would have known that we were down there. It's good we didn't snap, but also a strategy component that I was not aware of. It's a sign of a good snapper. Did you think I called your name, Harvey? That's the beauty of this deck, is we occasionally actually have a turn 2 play with Shocker. We don't have Psylocke, which is kind of a bummer. Yeah, I have not played enough Moon Girl to be aware of that. It's good to know.
Like when you used to play Magic, always play the land that they've seen, or
yeah,
sure all your cards.
Exactly. Always play what they know. That's a good point. So we go Zabu.
Also, I'm an old lady, so I'm going to bed.
Oh.
Y'all enjoy streaming. I'm still gonna listen.
Oh, do you want me to come up there?
No.
You sure? Oh. My bad. My apologies. Oh, we have our lock combo in place. Oh, you know what? We're snapping here for sure. Because of cloning vats, we're going to be able to... Oh, you know what? We're an idiot. But that's fine. It's still probably okay. But what we're going to be able to do here is lock them out of cloning vats next turn. Lock them out of Mojo World next turn. And then on turn 5, play another Spider-Man, lock them out of cloning vats or Mojo World again. Ooh, they play Dracula? Yeah, that's actually perfect. So now what we do is we play Spider-Man on left lane. And it doesn't matter what Dracula discards, the Mojo World bonus is going to be too much for them to keep up with. The other question is, what do we do here? I think we go Patriot middle. Oh, that's what we call awkward. Huh. So we go Mystique, copying Patriot's ability. We could add a rock to Savage Lands, because it just means we can't play there, right? Yeah, so we could still add a rock to Savage Lands with Debrii on Cloning Vats, which is a 4-powered card. We could also Brood, which would add 6 power to the right. Not very much. I think Debrii is actually a better... they're not Patriot, right? No, they're not Patriot. Okay. Yeah. Perfect. Perfect. Look, I think it's important to have a level of modesty in life. I think that lets you really relate to people better. But also, I think it's important to acknowledge when someone's a savant. And I feel like I'm a savant. Not to exaggerate, anything. I feel like I don't want to be a jerk about it. What are we doing? All right, we are doing good here. Feel the eye roll. Harvey's down here feeling alone. Sorry for that sound. That was me opening my last mustard. Harvey's down here feeling abandoned. We're at 74 and 3 cubes. The challenge, the question is, do we, as an unheralded expert at the game, sorry, can we get to Omega tonight? I feel like yes. Listen, it was the last one. It's fine. Yeah, we go Shocker middle. We're going to start taking advantage of Meteor Island. Let our opponent know that we're not going to give that up easily. Our opponent does nothing, so their Sunspot grows. We're not terribly concerned about Sunspot. We are a Killmonger deck. Intriguing. Excuse me, ma'am. How dare you? All right. So they are not in a position to Galactus. They're Zabu decks. Now we are aware that that's what we're kind of watching out for. So I'm down for playing Mystique here. Establishing ourselves with the Debrii potential. Wong. I have not seen that art of Wong. That's pretty cool. That's really cool. Okay. You know what we could do, actually? I think that's actually pretty wild. So Mystique's ability is on reveal, copy the last ongoing ability of the card, copy the ongoing ability of the last card you played. So if I play Absorb Me Man, it's going to copy the on reveal of Mystique, which was to copy Patriot's ability. Which will make Cyclops Debrii represent a ton of power on the last turn. Should have snapped first. We actually filled their slot. Yeah, we should have snapped. We should have paused right there and been like, something feels absurd. Yeah, unfortunately, no target. still real close right here. Luke Cage. Luke Cage and Hazmat. I feel like that combo just got really good with the Hazmat buff. So Luke Cage, your cards can't have -1. It's an ongoing ability. So what it does is it checks. For example, Wong had a -1 from Typhoid Mary. Well, Luke Cage will look back onto that stack of triggers and say, no, that's not allowed anymore. We delete that. And they remove that -1. Then Hazmat's on reveal is to give everything -1. So we end up in a spot where our whole board gets -1. They don't get -1 from Luke Cage. And then they don't get the -1 from Typhoid Mary. So they also get an absurdly advantageous Typhoid Mary. So that's... I think that's something with like 3-hero decks to watch. Well, got a force quit. Luckily not in a game. I don't know if I've said this before, but I cannot wait for dedicated desktop clients for Mac and Windows, because the app version crashes all the time. That was a good lesson learned. That's incredibly unfortunate. Right? I have not seen that 3099. Is that what it was? A 3099 variant? I didn't actually read the name of it. That's sweet. I love the like futuristic stuff. Do they have that futuristic Spider-Man? I don't know if it's 3099 or what year. I think I'm going to go on just retreat here. Losing that Silver Surfer there was a massive negative swing, because not only did our opponent get 6 power and we got 0, they generated free additional power with their Silver Surfers or Patriots or whatever else they do, and we lost generated power by whatever we would have gotten on Silver Surfer, because we know we would have played that card. And I think that's an aspect of leveling with this deck that I've not, I guess not even just this deck, but with Marvel Snap in general, that I've not properly embraced. Which is the fact that retreating when the game is more than a notable amount of a disadvantage to you is worth more than people give it credit. And you should not be trying to ink out wins unless you're in the final turns and you've committed time. Like, your only real resource that matters in this game is time. I think that's a component that a lot of people miss. I should have gone Vibranium Mine. That would have filled up their location. All right, so we can go Patriot. And then we can go from Patriot into Mystique. And we still have Killmonger. That's a bit unfortunate. I kind of want to Killmonger here on the right. The primary reason being that we're in a spot where if we Mystique, we can't Silver Surfer because of Cosmo. So we need to preemptively think about, we're trying to land a plane. We need to make sure we have a landing strip available, and we don't have one currently. So we need to clear out space. Okay, they were going to do it anyway, so that does mean I could have played something else and gotten a better effect, but that's fine. So we get to go Brood left, Silver Surfer right. Our biggest liability is right lane right now, because we're going to lose a power, go down to 8, so we're up by 5. Then we're going to add 6. We're up by 11, so they need to produce 12 power to win this lane. I think we're in a decent spot on left lane, because we're going to produce 6, go to 9, up by 2. Add 12, up by 14, so they need 15 to win left lane. And it stands to reason that 3 power is not something they're going to bank on middle lane. So it's reasonable for them to reinforce middle lane. So the question is going to be, which other lane do they commit to? So they sword mastered and surfered, which is, yeah, we were ahead the moment we flipped our Brood. It was not enough from our opponent right there. Well, we're on the way. I really felt like this deck was good when I brewed it in the hour and a half stream I did earlier. And now at this moment, I'm like really buying in on this deck. It has answers for virtually every deck I worry about. Leech, okay, we have Patriot. Oh, are you going to play Leader? Okay, again, we have Patriot and we have Silver Surfer. Galactus, we have Debris. You're some kind of, you're a Surfer deck? Okay, well, we can go Spider-Man and Absorbing Man. Normally turn 6 is really important for the Silver Surfer deck. I think we have time to wait and see what else they do before we go committing to Debris. Then playing Vatu there makes me a little bit uncomfortable. Okay. Latian's fine. Ant-Man into Vatu makes me feel like I'm not terribly concerned with Galactus. Mystique doesn't do much for us. Debris without Patriot doesn't really matter. So we're going to go Killmonger. Before we shuffle our hand back into our deck, we're going to make sure we erase Ant-Man Vatu. The 2 ninjas getting deleted kind of cross each other out. Hopefully narrating the sequences this way kind of explain like how I think through the math on these turns. Both ninjas go away, so whether they're positive 1,000 or negative 50, if both of them are leaving, they're the same on either side, cancels each other out. The only way it's going to matter is if one of us needs an additional spot and the other one doesn't. All right. Spider-Man. Interesting. So Baron Mordo changes the cost to 6. I did not pay attention, so whatever card it was is still 6 inside my deck. So that's, we're hoping to hit a Patriot. I'm also hoping it wasn't Patriot that got hit by Baron Mordo. So they Spider-Man me. And then they retreat. That's intriguing. All right. I mean, I'll take my cubes. I'll never look a gift cube in the face. Need some more gold so we can get some more missions. Are we about to get any gold? No. Like 2 levels away. I've been really happy with this deck. Right. Let's see. Nothing to do on this sequence. I need to get faster just ending that turn. For efficiency purposes, we never have a turn 1 play. The deck does not have a physical turn 1 play unless we hit a location that helps us. No shocker, so we have no turn 2 play. So Zabu is intriguing. We're going to play Zabu middle. The reason we go Zabu middle is I would love to draw cards off of Asgard. The +3 off Baxter Building is more than Zabu. So at the same time, I could also like play Patriot Baxter Building, and it's still about an even push. Lockjaw Wasp. Don't show me something absurd. I'll tell you, that's not great. But we do have a cheapened Wong with Silver Surfer. I think we snap here. We should have done that before we submitted. Link for our opponent hadn't played yet. We still have an opening to do that. Our opponent's going to draw the cards here. But currently, I'm not super concerned about anything they're drawing. Oh, they don't actually draw anything. We push. That's great. You know? We could go like Wong left. Patriot middle. This is going to enable us to go Cyclops plus Silver Surfer to cement Baxter Building with Cyclops there and the double Silver Surfer effect, and we could care less about losing Necrotia. It appears our opponent's also not too concerned with Necrotia. The question is, which of us can be more indifferent? Because if you win Baxter Building, oh goodness. I'm pretty sure that's just what we call like an obscene amount of power. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Okay, so we win Baxter Building, and then we win Necrotia. I think that's also still fine. I don't think it's actually a particularly unfortunate thing. Yeah. It's largely irrelevant. We win Baxter Building, we win Asgard, we win Necrotia, we win Baxter Building. It doesn't matter. Our deck has 12 combos, and we like played 2 or 3 of them in that game, so that's fine. Oh boy, what is that? 75? Are we on the way to Omega? Do I talk enough? Should I talk more? Should I talk less? Let's see. Shocker's pretty great. We so rarely get to play something on turn 2, so that's pretty good. So again, retreating is a major competitive component. I can throw Shocker on right lane. We flip Sanctum Sanctorum, I snap. We flip Bar with no name, I retreat. You know, it's kind of one of those spots. We're gonna go and just go Killmonger here. We're gonna clear out these raptors are already in the way a little bit. That's all right. Welcome back. Is there a lane that we feel confident going Spider-Man Absorbing Man would win us? I feel like Monster Metropolis is worth a shot. Now, our opponent hasn't snapped here. if this resolves and we're in a position where we think Silver Surfer absorbing or Spider-Man absorbing man wins, then I think that's fine. If we could stop getting Widow's bites, though, that'd be great. That was rough. All right, so we could go absorbing man, going to 9. Surfer next turn does not win us that spot. We don't go absorbing man. If we go Debrii, no. There's so many ways we don't win this one. So strategically, we retreat. We don't get in our heads like it's Magic. We understand we're playing a different game. We don't say, well, we lost a game. Our win-loss ratio, our match win percentage is off. Our match win percentage does not matter. It means for beans. We just want cubes per hour. Scoring them cubes. We get to Omega by scoring a good cubes per hour. We don't get to Omega by seeing, like, does our 10% chance of winning on turn 6 happen? Pretty nice. We can go Patriot right. Rhino on Monster Metropolis. So Rhino makes us a little bit concerned about a Silver Surfer mirror match. We don't have a Kazu, so we're Zabu. Oh goodness, a Zabu. So we don't have a Spider-Man combo lined up. We need to draw 2 cards on the next turn to have that. We only draw 1, so we just go ahead and play this Mystique. Killmonger likely not going anywhere. Our opponent playing to the right means we can be confident in not having to deal with Galactus, but we are confident we are having to deal with a Silver Surfer. This is actually kind of nuts. So what we can do is we can go Wong, middle lane. Next turn, Zabu. I forgot all about Zabu. Adorable little monkey. So I'll be able to go Wong and Debrii next turn. What that's going to do is it's going to give us 4 power cards on either side. And then Silver Surfer is going to go off to pump Ruins and Olympia pretty well. So we're going to go and snap. I think we're in a really good spot. Let's see if our opponent does anything that, like, drastically changes our math. Like their own. Wong could be something worth counting. A lemur. Zabu, the lemur. I forgot it was a lemur. Yeah. And our opponent has priority here. So even if they Killmonger here, they go Killmonger plus, say, Killmonger plus Silver Surfer. We don't really care because we'll replace the Debrii tokens. We'll replace the Raptor tokens with Debrii. We snapped, right? Make sure. Come on. No, yep. And we'll let us snap again. Maximus. Silver Surfer. Not enough. Do it again. Surfer. Oh, is that not enough on our side? Yeah, that's not enough on our side. Goodness. That's what I was afraid of. Maximus we did not account for. We weren't expecting like 10 power to drop in the middle lane. We didn't mention She-Hulk, right? Most comparable card in that situation. Yes, Maximus is just the playable version of it in that spot. Beauty of this deck. Patriot takes advantage of Ninja. That's pretty funny. Shocker. We're gonna go for that lottery ticket in the right lane. Show me a Sanctum Sanctorum. Super slow. That's one of the spots we don't want it to happen. But we're still in a position where we are definitely winnable. Okay, so yeah, actually. Kazar, I don't really care about Kazar. Especially now that we drew Killmonger. So what we get to do is do Mystique middle. Sunspot obviously goes where Wakanda is. That makes sense. But it's worth noting we still have Wong plus Silver Surfer. So if we can know our opponent's going to mass deploy one drops. We could preemptively know that Killmonger is more important. Opponent could Cosmo us here. So if we go Brood left, Shocker right. I'm not Shocker, Silver Surfer. I still think we're pretty favored in this spot. We're going to snap back. That makes us a big game. 8 cubes. You rarely go into an 8 cube swing. Bishop. Rocket. Not concerned too much about Rocket. It's the next card that's going to be the concern. Blade. That is unfortunate. Not going to give you enough. Ugh. Killmonger there. I think we could go Killmonger, Silver Surfer here. I don't think we needed as much on the left lane as we got. So I think that was where important to identify, like, okay, where could I have won this one instead of lost it? Getting a lot of Savage Lands tonight. A little bit crazy. Well, we are on a Patriot deck, so that's fine, I guess. Zabu would be great. Phenomenal. All right. We'll go to Zabu, right? Clearly, the season pass card is very good. I kind of want to just Patriot here. Get that in play. I'm not going to be Killmongering, but Debrii also gives us a follow-up. Yeah, I kind of like that. Not too concerned about Agent 13. Moon Girl, bit of a concern. So Spider-Man, Absorbing Man. Only allow them play middle lane. It's possible we should have Absorbing Man to middle, because I think he's most likely to play on Chromatage. Okay, well, they do play... there. Goodness. Gracious. Do we have a chance to win this? If we go Surfer left, we lose right. We don't overcome middle. Yeah, no, we can't. Brutal. That combo is very clearly good, as you can tell from the amount of play that's been seeing lately. All right. I think this is a pretty good. This has been a pretty good run so far. We've had our ups and downs as we kind of like learn how this deck works really well, but so far I haven't like wanted to replace any of the cards yet. Human Torch, not a concern. Now, Isle of Silence, that one is a bit of an issue. I do think if you're not concerned about Galactus, Debrii could be like Rhino or Magic. Magic's probably pretty good. Yeah, I feel like those have really kind of died off. Ooh. Yeah, I definitely feel like the move decks have struggled. You know, this board is incredibly hostile. So we can go Spider-Man left. Yeah, this is a very hostile board. Because we can't really be going like Patriot middle. We can't play most of our cards left. We have Killmonger. So we're not too concerned about these one drops. We're going to go and lock them out of Crimson Cosmos again. The problem is they can Heimdall us out of the way. Spider-Man, Dagger. Yeah, so Heimdall's a bit of a concern. On reveal abilities still do happen at Isle of Silence. So we can still go Killmonger. Patriot. No, ongoing doesn't work there. Huh. We could also go like Debrii doesn't work. We go like Patriot right, Shocker middle. And if they Heimdall, we're in a okay. No, we're not. We're still not in a great spot. I feel like we have to Killmonger here. But I don't think that's going to be enough. I think we retreat. Because we can't play into Crimson Cosmos, they have us in a position where we're kind of stuck. The old tug of war with laddering. So I think we got this game, and then we're going to go and wrap up for the night. Ooh, let's force quit this. Been on for about an hour and 12 now. We were on for like an hour, hour and a half earlier. We're going to finish up one more game. If it launches back. If it doesn't launch back. All right. Let's reconnect to this game. Oh, well, thankfully we didn't really mind losing that turn. Shocker, right? Appreciate everybody hanging out tonight. Oh, beautiful thing is with Murder World, intriguing. We can actually throw away Widow's Bite, play Zabu right, which is pretty tough for our opponent to overcome. Electro. I was wondering if it was Mr. Negative or Electro. I guess it couldn't have been Mr. Negative yet. All right, so we have Wong, Absorbing Man, Spider-Man. Ooh, boy. So we'll go Wong left. Oh, you know what this represents. Oh, this is great. We snap. What happens if we Spider-Man there and then Absorbing Man in middle? Our opponent can't play on turn 6 in either the middle or left location. And if they can't play on one of those, they can't play anything on Morog. They got us before we flipped. That's still fine. We're still putting in a position where they're hard-pressed to actually get out of that. I almost had that lock, though. Which is still fine. We go Brood, middle, Silver Surfer, left. Opponent did dodge the lock, so they hit us with that thumbs up emoji. But I don't know if that's going to still be enough. Sunspot, whoop-dee. Leader. That actually is pretty brutal. Pretty brutal, but we get the double trigger. Again, our deck just never cares about leader. I just don't think I've ever really cared about leader. Leech could be a problem. You really need Patriot active, but leader, irrelevant. All right, so we're going to go ahead and call it a night. Been streaming a little bit off and on all night, but we'll probably be back again at some point. This was our deck we played most of the night, 33 West 2.0. It's basically just the new version of a deck I've been brewing called 33 West, named after an old band. Our synergies, we have the Patriot package. Yeah, thank you for hanging out. Appreciate it. Definitely appreciate it. Always enjoy a new voice in the chat. We have Patriot with Mystique, Shocker, Cyclops, Debrii. I'll post on Twitter, but let me switch the view real quick. Forgot that I have the second camera. All right, so the 33 West 2.0 deck. We have the Patriot package, which is Patriot plus Mystique to copy Patriot with Shocker, Debrii, Cyclops, Brew to have a lot of Patriot triggers. We have Silver Surfer plus Absorbing Man plus Wong, and Zabu lets us go Silver Surfer plus Absorbing Man in the final turn together. So that's a really good combination, and Silver Surfer always loves the Brood package, and Patriot Mystique fall within that package. We have Zabu, Absorbing Man, Spider-Man. So we have the turn 5, lock you out of multiple lanes. And then we have Killmonger, which is sometimes just a free win all on its own. Debrii is our safety check for Galactus decks, because that can be a bit of a problem. And outside of that, really our deck is a 2-drop, couple 4-drops, and a bunch of 3s. So really think this deck was far better performing than I expected when I first threw it together. So you can expect me to stream that again some more pretty soon. So if you aren't following, recommend give it a follow. Everybody, thank you for hanging out. Fresh Maker, thank you for joining the channel, and I hope you all have a great night.